May 12th, 2019. On the paranormal board of 4chan, an anonymous user asks a simple question. Post unsettling images that just feel off. Someone obliges with a photograph, a tilted, sickly yellow room, stained carpet, and the maddening hum of fluorescent lights. It's a hallway that goes nowhere, a space caught between a memory and a nightmare. Then, another user posts a comment that would ignite a global phenomenon. If you're not careful and you knock clip out of reality in the wrong areas, you'll end up in the backrooms, where it's nothing but the stink of old moist carpet, the madness of Monticello, the endless background noise of fluorescent lights, at maximum hum, and approximately 600 million square miles of randomly segmented empty rooms to be trapped in. God save you if you hear something wandering around nearby, because it sure as hell has heard you. And just like that, the backrooms were born. The term knocklet is borrowed from video games like Doom, describing a glitch where a player passes through a solid wall. The idea is that our reality has seams, and if you're unlucky, you might just slip through them. Within days, the post exploded. It spread to Reddit's creepypasta forums, Twitter, and TikTok. The hashtag liminal spaces racked up millions of views. People were captivated not just by the story, but by the feeling it created. A bizarre mix of nostalgia, uncertainty, and the unnerving sense that you've been there before, maybe in a dream or a half-forgotten memory. Soon, the internet's collective imagination took over. Fans began adding their own chapters to the mythology. They created new levels and populated them with terrifying entities. The original yellow room became known as Level 0. Then came Level 1, a sprawling industrial complex, followed by Level 2, wheat heats, dark claustrophobic maintenance tunnels, and the constant feeling of being watched. Some purists argued for simplicity, just endless yellow rooms, with the true horror being infinite isolation. But others couldn't resist adding monster beings that stalked the corridors, things that might have once been human but have long forgotten what that means. As of today, the Backrooms wiki has over 2,600 entries, each describing a unique slice of this sprawling nightmare. In January 2022, the lore took a massive leap into the mainstream. A 16-year-old filmmaker named Kane Parsons uploaded a found footage video to YouTube titled, simply, The Backrooms. It shows a film crew at work when the cameraman takes a wrong step, glitches, and falls through reality. He's there, in the backrooms. The endless yellow hallways, the hum of the lights, the smell of damp carpet, ... And something else, something moving in the dark. Something that screams. The video went viral, gaining over 21 million views. Parsons didn't stop there. He built an entire universe around his vision, complete with an alternate history where the backrooms were the result of a science experiment gone terribly wrong. He released a series of follow-up films, informational videos, autopsy reports, motion detection, footage, one deepening the mystery. The success was so immense that in February 2023, it was announced that Kane Parsons would direct a feature film adaptation of his series. The Backrooms had officially gone from a 4chan post to a cultural phenomenon. Video games, fan wikis, and reaction videos flooded the internet, but one question lingered. Where did the original photo come from? What was that place? For years, internet sleuths chased false Ledza cold storage facility, an abandoned garage. Then, on May 29th, 2024, a team of Discord users finally cracked the case. Using the Wayback Machine, they traced the image to a 2003 website announcement. The photo was taken on June 12th, 2002. At a hobby town in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. It documented the renovation of a closed-down furniture store. They were just tearing down old display walls to build a remote control car racetrack. It was never meant to be creepy. It was a mundane before picture of an empty room. But something about it, the yellow walls, the empty halls, the harsh lighting triggered a memory that wasn't ours. It was a place we'd never been, yet somehow recognized. The mystery was solved. It was just a store in Wisconsin, but the fear remains. Because we've all been in places like that. An office building after hours, an empty school during summer vacation, a parking garage late at night. These are liminal spaces, the waiting rooms of the universe. And for a fleeting moment, they can feel infinite. The Backrooms mythology taps into a terrifying question. What if our reality isn't solid? What if you could just slip through the cracks and find yourself somewhere outside of space and time? Imagine walking for hours but never getting anywhere. Every door just leads to another identical hallway. The lights never turn off. The carpet is always damp, and the only sound is that endless, buzzing hum. And then, you hear footsteps that aren't your own. The Backrooms may have started as an internet story, but it touched on a primal fear we all share. The fear of being lost, of being trapped in a monotonous hell. It's a modern labyrinth, like the tale of Theseus and the Minotaur, but worse. There's no thread to guide you out. No heroic escape. Just walking forever through identical rooms until you forget which way you came from. Until you forget there was ever anything else. Until you realize you're not alone. So, the next time you find yourself in an empty space, pay attention. Watch your step, because the walls of our world might be thinner than you think, and the Backrooms are always waiting, with their yellow walls and buzzing lights, waiting for you to make one wrong step, one little glitch, and then you'll be there, trapped in the endless hallways, where it's always the same, and you can never, ever leave. Thanks for joining me on this journey into one of the internet's most unsettling legends. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more content. Stay safe out there.